Well, my name is Felipe Millan. I work at Twilio and Twilio SendGrid. We are the largest communication company in the world. And basically we send emails, SMS, push notifications, contact centers, like all the kind of contactability that we can manage for our customers, like Uber, Spotify, Booking.com, and many more. And I'm here as a partner from Startup Turkey to support their community, their startup and entrepreneurs community. And I came here around 6 months before to explore a little bit, and that just got me at hello. I was like, I need to go back. For Startup Turkey, I'm going to be talking today about the big picture. What is your vision for 3 to 5 years? Focus on communities and how we should support them. I'm also going to be mentoring today at 4 o'clock, if I'm not wrong, different kind of founders and entrepreneurs. And on Monday, I'm going to be judging for the startup competition. No, this is my first time attending Startup Turkey. I never had the time. I'm traveling almost every single week around the world. And this is the first time that I had the time to come over and spend time with the Turkish community and see what else they can provide and how I can help them to connect with other countries. Like, I'm from Chile, but I live in Estonia. And I also live in different countries before, so my main job is to help startup and founders to connect with other countries and other organizations and stuff like that. It's growing the level of English. Founders are more willing to try to speak in English, even that many of them, they struggle and they don't have a proficiency to talk in English. I can see myself, I learned to speak English in 2007 when I moved to New Zealand. Before that, I was not able to have a conversation. And it's just because I wanted to go outside and I wanted to reach more people and connect with people, I started learning, and I can see on them. I started working at SendGrid and Twilio SendGrid about in 2016. And when I started reaching the region, it was really hard to communicate. Today, I can have a proper conversation outside with everyone, and some of them, they struggle and they're like, oh, sorry, my English is not that good. I'm like, don't say sorry, just keep pushing, and it's my job to try to understand your side because I know English. So it's growing and growing. The economy is getting better. More investors are coming. I see more interest in this region. You guys are in between Europe and Asia. Even that Finnish love to say that they are like the center of Eurasia. This is the real one. You just take a bridge and you can be on both sides. So here is coming. I feel that in 3 to 5 years, we're going to see one unicorn or like an extremely respected startup background company. Not a big company just becoming big, but a startup going through the journey. And 500 Startup is one of those examples here. It's different. I've been in almost all the big conferences and the main ones around Europe, stuff like that. This one I could compare to maybe like Disruptive 021 in Pakistan, in Karachi, that I went there in 2017. And it was incredible, not too many international audience yet, but this year, if I'm not wrong, they're bringing like 3 times more international speakers. Here I've also been seeing more international speakers coming, like Startup Estonia, that is present here, that are showing Startup Estonia, that are showing the e-residency program, where's the value. I have a lot of Turkish friends moving to Estonia and also being e-residents. And I can see that these kind of conferences, supported by the local ecosystem for pushing them to go outside, is going to bring a high impact in the near future. You guys already been learning for the last 11 years, 10 years. And now Turkey is in a position to say like, hey, we are also a powerhouse. We have good developers, we have good designers, we have good business developers. Like, we can go further than just Turkey. So I feel that conferences like this one give the first approach of what is an international conference, what is to mingle and talk to foreign speakers and investors and business people, etc. So I highly support it. And that's why we became partners with Startup Turkey, to support their mission and where they want to go. For me, anything. What is a red flag for me is when they just start talking about tech. I was just talking with a guy from Indonesia that is developing a learning platform to improve skills of employees. But his main approach was like, oh, we are for B2B. I was like, cool, so you are for what? When they just talk about tech, like the trendy thing right now, blockchain, nobody cares what is behind Uber, nobody cares what is behind Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, etc. What you care is the end result. I can publish a photo so my family can see it, I can send a message to my wife, I can talk to my friends, I can post a photo, like that kind of stuff is what you care. So today investors, obviously there's different areas that are really interesting, like autonomous cars, or like space travel and stuff like that. But anything else we need to keep improving. E-government, let's keep improving that. Let's make every country digital so we can manage, we can understand what's going on with our data identity. Like there's different areas, but for me, any kind of startup in any niche, tech or manufacturer or just like doing plates in glasses and stuff like that, they can get an investment if they have the right team and the right mindset where they want to go. Not just like, oh, we use blockchain, so you should give me $20 million right now. Like, that's totally pointless, and they lose investors and opportunities because of that. So my criteria for judging startups when I'm in a competition as a judge is basically why you guys can build this. Because you can go to Envato with ThemeForest, Code Canyon, etc., and you can buy a clone of Uber. It's going to be a crappy PHP, which is going to work for like 10 riders, but it's going to crash if you try to go for the entire city. But you can buy MVPs today for $10, $20, $50, $100. Like, that's not a secret. So to build something, it's extremely cheap and easy. To scale a company, to grow a company and make money, that's the hard part. That's why it's only team. It's not about the tech. It's about the team behind, it's about the leadership of the founder, it's about the capabilities of the CTO and the CMO, and everyone aligned in the same focus. So for me, when they start talking about tech, I'm just like thinking what I have to do later. But then when they're talking about the team, I'm like, okay, so why you guys? And if I see something interesting, I'm like, okay, 10 points for you. Like, I can see that you can go further. Well, I feel that is the connection between both sides, between Europe and Western Europe, etc., and Asia. You're like in a privileged side that for both parties, it's easy to come over. You have an airline, like Turkish airline, that goes everywhere. Like, it's one of the few places that you can go direct flight to Estonia. I normally have to stop in Riga or in Finland, so I love it. The size of the country, the population, the knowledge and tech, the warmth of the people, and also breakfast is so incredible. But the people just, it's so warm to welcome you, and like they want to learn from you, they want to hear what is your experiences, they want to welcome you to their house, to their project, they want to connect. And that's something that you don't see everywhere. There's many Western countries that, even though they're freaking big and people really like them, et cetera, they're really good for tourism. But to build a startup, it becomes harder and harder because they're totally enclosed and it's like, oh no, this is our project, this is our thing. In here, there's a little bit more open arms, looking for connections. When I came 6 months ago, I went to the ETU, the university, and the reception there for a workshop was incredible. Like people keep keeping me there, asking questions and talking and talking and talking. I was like, guys, I've been here for 7 hours. I really want to go to the hotel. Like, I'm tired. They were like, yeah, but you're not coming back. And I can see that willingness to stop everything to go and talk and be like that. Like, it's Saturday and you have a full room behind us. What that tells you? Almost no conferences during the weekend. Like on Sunday, they're going to be all the guys pitching and practicing and blah, blah, blah for Monday. So that tells you a lot. It's not just the founder, it's also the entire organization, all the volunteers, the sponsors, the partners, that they can see real value. And for me, anything that I do at work, it needs to come with ROI. What is my return of investment to come here? Like, I spend time, I spend money, I spend my own personal family time to be here. It's weekend, my kids want to be with me playing at the plaza. But I can see that it's going to be a good return for our company. So coming to Turkey, it's the right time right now. Next year, most probably I will come back. For me, it's not a decision of like, oh yeah, I want to go. It's that I have a lot of conferences. So this year I move a few aside and I say no to be here and to see like what else is growing, what else is coming out of Istanbul and Turkey. So yeah, I want to come back to Startup Istanbul, for example, like to the second version. So yeah.